If you thought the Crawford-Davis beef was old news, guess again. Terence Crawford just dropped a bombshell in a sit-down interview, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis's reaction was immediate and brutal. Crawford floated the wild idea of putting Tank opposite Shakur Stevenson on his undercard for his mega fight with Canelo Alvarez. He literally said, if Tank wasn't so cocky to steal the spotlight, that would have been dope. Now, Tank's reply is making waves across social media, boxing media, and every locker room in between. Let's break it down.
Crawford and Canelo, I'm pretty sure
Shakur and Tank?
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope, but if Tank was not so cocky to be on a Terence Crawford undercard, that would be dope. But I don't see Tank taking a backseat to no fighter.
So here's the tea. Crawford sat down for an exclusive with The Ring, and he laid it out. Yes, he's headlining the Riyadh Season Mega Show on the 13th of September against Canelo, sure. But he wants that card stacked. And who better to boost the card than the long-anticipated lightweight showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis? Enter Crawford's description of his wish. That would be dope if Tank wasn't so cocky to be on a Terence Crawford undercard. He wasn't throwing shade only at Tank. He doubled down on Shakur and even Keyshawn Davis, calling them the two best in the division, hands down. Subtle? Number savage? Absolutely. Crawford's message was clear. Stevenson deserves the limelight. Keyshawn Davis belongs up there.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
Like a superstar. You ready for whoever coming next, man? That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? It's just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Awesome, appreciate it.
But placing Tank on anyone else's undercard? That's a bridge too far. This interview immediately rekindled the Tank versus Bud beef, adding fuel to a rivalry that's been simmering since Tank dissed Bud's wife and stuck by Errol Spence in 2023.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
Now, Terence is basically saying, I respect the sport enough to give Shakur his moment. Tank? He'd want all eyes on him. That triggered reactions across boxing channels, influencer circles, fans. Everyone was asking, how would Tank react?
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
And Tank did react instantly. Gervonta hopped onto his socials and fired back right away. The message was short, sharp, and dripping with the kind of energy only Tank can deliver. He said things like, I don't take second to no man. He questioned what Crawford thinks he is and who gave him the right to write the card's script. Tank made it clear he never plays second fiddle, even if it's for a massive show with Canelo. He reminded Crawford and the world that Tank is the show.
No, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including Will, Will.
Same question for you.
You're a proud father.
What's telling is he didn't just brag, he flexed history. He pointed out that he's undefeated with one-punch KO power. Meanwhile, Bud wants to talk about undercard positioning? Awesome. The fight world exploded. Clips of his reaction sliced across TikTok, Instagram, X. Fans chanted, "Make Tank versus Shakur the main."
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
He's going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Let's break down the layers here. On the surface, it's just 2 top-light fighters going back and forth. But underneath, it's deeper. This is about branding, legacy, and control. Terence Crawford is eyeing 2025's global knockout card, the Canelo fight in Riyadh. Naturally, he wants the undercard's names to reflect that huge stage. To him, Shakur versus Keyshawn makes sense. They're hungry, relevant, rising. Tank? He thinks even a lightweight unification fight should center around him, not play second fiddle.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
I
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit win in boxing.
Then there's perception. Crawford has built a reputation for being quiet but deadly, technical but smart. His simmer down, strategic jabs versus Tank's flamboyant, high-octane persona. The contrast fuels it all. Crawford sees Tank's ego as predictable. Tank sees Crawford's humility as code for insecurity, or worse, threat. It's also about respect in the pecking order. Crawford essentially said Tank would never accept being just undercard. For a fighter built on swagger, that's a direct challenge. Tank's reaction reinforced the fight savvy and business awareness he's accrued. He's not just defending his ego, he's defending his career narrative.
You're still early in the game. What do you want your legacy to be when it comes to this game, man?
Beat the system.
What's the system of boxing?
Beat the system of boxing, life. Just beat the system. Be able to spread my wings and had my people next to me spread their wings. That's it. I ain't really got no big goal of this sports and all that. I just want to get my money and just remove myself.
But let's keep it real here. Gervonta "Tank" Davis hasn't really been in the game since that weird, underwhelming majority draw against Lamont Roach back in March. That fight left fans confused, critics divided, and Tank himself? He's been spiraling. Ever since that night, it feels like Tank stopped feeling the gloves, the hunger, the edge, the focus. All of it's been missing. And what's he doing instead of setting the record straight with a rematch? Ducking. Straight up dodging the Roach rematch.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next. You might see it in a minute.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
And instead, he's out here calling out Jake Paul. Yep, you heard that right. Jake Paul. What are we even doing? This isn't boxing, it's YouTube beef with boxing gloves. Let's be honest, Tank versus Jake is nothing but a glorified cash grab. A circus fight with pay-per-view written all over it. No legacy on the line, no real belts, no real rankings. Just viral clips, loud press conferences, and a bunch of hype. And the worst part? Both athletes are down for it.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
I mean, I'd be down. Let's run it. I'd be super, super down.
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
So now it's clear. They're not chasing greatness. They're chasing bag and buzz. And while Jake Paul's always been in it for the spectacle, seeing someone like Tank, who once looked like the next generational star, fall into that same lane, that hits different. That's disappointment in real time. Let's not forget, Davis has been talking about retirement for months. In every other interview, he's mentioning how he doesn't love the sport the same way anymore.
25 is at the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
He's tired. He's drained. And a bunch of boxing analysts and former pros have started picking up on the signs too. His body language, his mood, his detachment. Some say he looks depressed. Others say he's checked out. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure, Tank's head is not in the game anymore.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he's done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
And look, if he wants to retire, that's fine. Every fighter has their time. But if he's sticking around just to rack up paydays against YouTubers while ducking the real threats, that's not it. That's not the Tank Davis we were promised. The sport deserves better. The fans deserve better. And honestly, so does he. Let's zoom out. This isn't just petty squabbling. This beef shines light on a trend. Boxing's business is ever more personality-based. Fighters are brands, cards are carefully curated stories. For the sport to grow, promoters want the most balanced, marketable, technical, and exciting fights. Matching names up means tapping audiences and live draws.
Yeah, but it's like people selling that self. Like, even the picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like some devil shit. Facts though, some coke, right? Yeah, that shit like some devil shit. Like they sold that soul.
Yeah, you go with that.
Right? That was crazy. And you seen how the guy was? He looked at the scorecard. Yeah, he looked at the
2 points. You losing 2 points. 2 points out.
Come on, man. You want to get Tank over here and fight? Man, I already know what y'all gonna do. Yeah. But every time I say something, it's like I'm hating.
So a Crawford-headed card, potentially giving spotlight to Stevenson versus Tank, 2 stylistically exciting lightweights, makes storyline sense. But Tank's brand demands headliner status. If he can't headline his own show, is it worth doing it all? This situation exposes what boxing fans already sense. Often the flashiest promo and the biggest names drive fights, not necessarily the most competitive matchups or the best fights for sport.
What about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
I mean, that's true. But you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
And Crawford calling Tank cocky signals the tension between ego and sport. And here's where the plot thickens. Because the Crawford versus Canelo mega fight, that entire event is orchestrated by none other than Turki Alalshik, the man who's practically turned the boxing world into his personal sandbox.
As I said last week, I hate Tom and Jerry's kind of boxing. We will not have him anymore. This is the first thing. The second, we will have in this fight and the next fight bonus for KO. I don't want to force to be having ring 12 by 12 or something like this.
He's been throwing down big money, bringing the biggest names under one shiny Saudi banner. And honestly, he's been changing the game. But not everyone's a fan of the way he moves, especially not Gervonta Davis.
Let's go back to the beginning of last year, my Tank Davis, fresh out of jail.
Yeah.
Throwing hands in Frank Martin's face.
I'm gonna break you up. I'm telling you.
Like, yeah, man, 7 more fights.
Got the internet excited when you say, yo, 6, 7 more fights and I'm naming names.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Then he got to beefing with Turkey.
David, he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia.
You don't play boxing.
We will send to you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it.
I ain't gotta go over there.
Right.
What they making over there, I'm making here.
All of a sudden, all the fighters he need to make big fights don't want to fight.
He was very close to fighting Lomachenko, and then Lomachenko pulled out. Shakur didn't want to do a 1-fight deal to fight Tank.
You said who?
Tank.
I'm dangerous. Who that?
And by the end of the year, he ain't getting no fights and he's fighting Lamont Roach.
After next year, I'm out of it.
Tank has made it loud and clear that he doesn't rock with Turkey. He's said it publicly, behind the scenes, and in not-so-subtle social media posts. Davis sees Turkey as someone trying to control fighters like chess pieces on a billionaire's board, and Tank refuses to be anyone's pawn.
We saw Gervonta Davis a couple of days ago say on Twitter that now he wants to maybe work with you.
I don't have a problem with him or any fighters.
Yeah.
If he respects what we are doing to the boxing, I don't have any problem. And if he want the green light from Heyman, we work with Heyman now.
Correct.
In each card, we have 1 or 2 fights with Heyman. It depends about him. If he want to enjoy the fast train for the glory, he know where he can search.
Yeah.
And of course, I like and I respect the loyalty for his partner Heyman. Of course, this is something make him, in my eyes, big, and I respect it because the loyalty is important in the life. And he's good fighter. He's good fighter, but he need to understand that what we are doing is important for boxing. We work with who respect us, and we have a tough fight. We don't have normal fight.
While other fighters are lining up for a piece of that Saudi bag, Tank's staying in his own lane, even if it costs him big fights. He's not willing to play by Turkey's rules, and that might actually explain why he's been sitting out of these blockbuster cards lately. Because being on a Turkey card means playing nice, showing up when you're told, saying the right things at pressers, and that's just not Tank's vibe. He's always been the rebel of the game, the wild card, the one who moves on his time. So when you see Crawford versus Canelo getting all this hype, backed by Turkey's billions, and Tank nowhere in sight, it's not by accident. It's a choice, a statement. Tank doesn't want to be controlled.
You said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, just
the last fight?
The last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind?
No, I'm saying no. I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight.
You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Get the hint. Keep it quiet.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko.
No.
All right.
Turkey said he got you 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Oh, Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. I need 3 now. Yeah.
All right, boxing fans, here's the cut he threw. This beef isn't just about placing a fight on an undercard. It's about respect, ego, legacy, and who owns the spotlight. Crawford wants to elevate the card. Tank wants to elevate himself. And whichever way the business slides, we get the show. So now I want to hear from you. Who has the bigger flex right now, Crawford or Tank? Should Tank agree to be featured on that big card or risk losing his shine? And do you think Shakur's waiting in the wings with something better? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next video.